Starbucks coffee. Change slide. They say that the body is made up of 75% water. Well, that may be true for the average adult, but not for me. The liquid makeup of my body consists of 50% Starbucks coffee with an added 25% intracellular enthusiasm. Mind you, these are rough estimates, but true to life. My blood runs brown with hints of cream and sugar. My thoughts run wild with caffeine conversions. It wasn't always like this, though. There was a time when I was just like the rest of you. It all began one fall afternoon, when my best friend suggested I meet him for a cup of coffee. "Where?" I asked. His reply, "Starbucks." Starbucks? Are you kidding me? I'm not about to pay $2 for a cup of coffee. I'd rather fry bacon naked. The next thing I knew, I was handing the Starbucks barista $2. And yes, I said barista. That's what they call the coffee makers at Starbucks. Since that day, I have never been the same. It began with a sip, then a swallow, then another, and so on. And before I knew it, I was getting a refill. "What are you doing?" I thought to myself. "You are drinking a $2 coffee, for crying out loud, paying extra for a refill, funding corporate America, and loving every second of it. Who are you?" But I couldn't stop. I can't stop. I won't stop. Change slide. Never in my life have I tasted something so glorious. The clouds parted as heaven shone from my cup. It seemed as though time stood still. The warmth on my lips paled in comparison to the rejoicing of my taste buds. The fresh aroma of Starbucks coffee lifted me out of my chair, metaphorically of course, and I felt rejuvenated. At that very moment, I knew that I could never drink another brand of coffee again. I was smitten, and so the love affair goes. Change slides. Like all relationships, things progressed. After time, the 12-ounce coffee just wasn't enough. Yeah, I could get a refill and have a second go at her, but that just didn't cut it. I needed more right out the gate. I had to move on. Now every time I set foot in the store, it was for the Grande cup. 16 ounces of pure unadulterated, liquefied Arabica coffee bean. Like all fixes, the 16-ounce cup quickly became inadequate. There was only one way left to go, the Venti. The Venti provided me with 20 ounces of solitary solace. Soon, even the 20-ounce wasn't enough to sustain my habit. Before I knew it, I was making 2 trips a day to the local Starbucks. Then one day, a barista turned me on to Via. Change slides. "Via? What's this?" I thought to myself. Before I could get the words out of my mouth, she tells me that Via is Starbucks' new instant coffee. She goes on to tell me that it's a single packet that can give me all the pleasures of a freshly brewed cup of Starbucks delicious coffee, anytime, anywhere. Of course I had to have it. That day I left the store with a venti coffee in one hand and a box of Via in the other, and since then I've never looked back. It hasn't all been good, though. Like all love affairs, we've had our ups and downs. Over the years, she has managed to burn off at least a quarter-mile of my taste buds. Thanks to her, I now own no singular piece of white clothing without the adornment of her newest flavor. And last but not least, my insatiable desire for her has put at least 20 extra miles on my vehicle on multiple occasions. I know this sounds crazy, but love is crazy, is it not? Change slides. Without her, I am nothing. Starbucks coffee, you complete me.